The way it works is you send me the email with the link. I click on the link. I start watching it, reviewing it myself quietly to see if it's worth a video. This one, I click on the link and start watching it and immediately start to cringe. I'm using it as a verb, not the adjective word. Cringing means I am physically affected by how awkward the beginning of this key is. And this time it's not social stuff. This is a pure gameplay thing. I feel like we got to highlight this here today. You're going to see this happen a few different places this season, unfortunately. But I did not expect to see this play out in this dungeon. Let's take a look right now. First of all, what is going on in the chat? This got to be some kind of macro or something, right? Thank you for the summon, Keksiv, whatever the hell that guy's name is. What a great experience this has been. I guess it's some kind of add-on or something, right? Okay, so watch how this dungeon starts. This is what I'm talking about here. Look at this. All right, really aggressive start. Yeah, totally love this. You know, I guess if you're new or you're playing tank for the first time or something, like, I don't know, but we have this really weird, really awkward situation here where everybody's doing like full DPS, but the tank is trying to pull big and he just like doesn't know how to establish threat on them in a way that he can pull big. So we just kind of sit there and piddle around in the first pack, and then we start running forward. Look at this. So we just kind of like walk into 3 packs. Guy's getting destroyed. Another patrol walks in. They're hitting the healer now. Like, oh my god, what a chaotic mess this is. We have no death grips. Half the freaking group is just not near each other. He's kind of trying to drag it around. Again, this is a 2. We're talking about a 2 prior to the Sacred Flame, and it's going to turn into a total disaster. And really, yeah, the start of it is indicative of the end of it. It's just that really awkward and that kind of strange pacing to combining all that stuff. You don't see that and be confident, but we're playing very well right now. The Spirit Link comes out. That was a huge Spirit Link, by the way, basically saving this tank's life and probably the full group. The DPS chart, it ain't looking good. You could probably barely see it there, but the Paladin struggling to crest 1 million on this. We didn't Bloodlust. Now, I think the other thing that's kind of like really making me scratch my head is what the hell is going on with these health bars? Like, I have no idea. It looks like Plater to me, but something is seriously wrong with it. It is very, very unclear to me what percentage health these enemies have. So, but I could tell they're not dead. That much for sure. We have the Demon Hunter dead and nothing else close. That mob we just looked at 60% health. So the tank has now died, and now we're doing this thing that we just talked about maybe potentially happening in Cinderbrew, where, you know, everybody's like, I don't want to die too, so I'm going to sprint away from these enemies. Now we're just dragging, like, I mean, there's mostly casters. It's like something that's going to stop them from moving, right? One way or the other. They're not actually truly casters, but we're just dragging all of this mess of a ranged and like half melee trash back, throwing ring on the stairs. We're getting laying hands going here. People are just dying probably to still threat. Did you notice what happened though? This is really, really, really funny to me. Watch this. After all this mess, right? The tank has already died once. People are in total dishevelment. Mage Bloodlust now. You gotta use it now. Okay, great. Why don't you use it on the pull? What were we thinking? Up to 8 deaths to this elongation. 8 deaths to elongating the first pull of a dungeon. Tank gonna go down another time. Now they're like gonna walk out of the entrance. You saw this in Necrotic Wake. We reviewed this a few times. They're gonna walk out of the entrance and start invading Hollowfall. This is really bad. Anyway, we are actually going to finally finish this pack. I don't know how long this actually takes, but look at the comment. After all that bullshit, look at the comment that is on the screen. Healer question mark from the mage who bloodlust a minute and a half into the trash pack. Okay, great, yeah. But yeah, we're gonna take a look at how long this pack took, okay? 3 minutes of footage, 3.5 minutes of footage. The key pretty much starts right as the footage. We're like a few seconds in. 29 minutes they have left in the dungeon. Also have racked up 11 deaths at this point. The tank kind of owns it, at least, says my bad. Everybody's kind of laughing about it now. I don't really know what the healer comment was. I have no idea, but here's the tank just kind of doing the same thing again, just rushing ahead. Didn't really have a ton of issues tanking wise, but I don't know if he does it on purpose. He now pulls guard captain Suleiman, and yeah, all right. He doesn't know the trick on the stairs. If you stand with your back to the stairs, it doesn't knock you back, but you have to have your back in like the 90-degree angle of the stair. Like, think about a real stair. Just rest the back of your heel on the stair and you won't be able to get pushed back. He's just going to do Demon Hunter things to not have any problems here, which is actually kind of swaggy. Just going to keep jumping back in anytime anytime he gets knocked back. Finally gonna learn the lesson, I guess. We're gonna put our back to the structure. Back to the structure doesn't work out for this guy somehow. I don't really know how. He just kind of gets launched through the structure. This stair area that I've been tanking it is like so good. If you're unable to get this done, take it over to these kind of L shapes of these stairs. There's a couple options. You could even fight it with some of the trash or something like that if you need to. But yeah, we're gonna kill this guy, and then he's just gonna like make a break for it. I did this in the beginning, to be honest. Not the worst idea, especially in lower content if you're not having troubles. Yeah, he's gonna pull this trash. This is definitely like very skippable trash. We learned that. I don't really think it's that hard to trash. It's just some of the mob types that are a little pesky to combine. We see the mini boss walk in. It looks like the tank is ready to pick it up. It's a little, the catches the group a little bit unaware, and aggro's another pack there. But yeah, you would think maybe some problems here. No problems at all. This is a 2. No, there's not even a fixes. How could you fail a 2? But what you're gonna see here is why Demon Hunter tank is going to cause absolute chaos in low keys. And we've been talking about this since Legion. Their mobility is too much. They have too much mobility, and it is almost never used to their benefit. I've seen so many pieces of evidence of Demon Hunters using their mobility to their own failure. It is really sad. It's actually kind of sad to watch. You have this mentality about you that like, I'm the fastest. I always have to be the fastest. I will beat everyone to every pack ever. Saw that in the Cinder Brew. Now we're going to see it again here. Watch this. The guy goes into the pack at like 83% health. Do have some things tracked, but we don't have like demon spikes tracked, but he doesn't have meta up, and he's just going to literally walk to his death. Like, I don't even know what to say about that. It's like he doesn't react to his own health pool even. Just try to watch. He gets kind of far away. The healer's drinking. I mean, everybody else is with him, but he's just beating them all to the pack, combining these trash packs together, and it's just like before he even gets them combined, he's dead. Now, you already saw it. You already know what we're going to do here. Backwards we go. Back to come on, we're going to beat the tank. He needs our support. We got to find him. I mean, this is mostly casters now at this point. We got 2 light spawn. He aggroed both trash packs in that little alcove. So he's going to get back, and he's going to get threat again on the pack that pretty much one-shot him before. Let's watch how that plays out. He's going to get threat. He's got threat now. He's getting hit by, okay, he's been one shot again. Up to 15 deaths now. Still dragging the mobs back. I mean, why did you just not wipe? I don't understand why people do this. I really don't understand why people do this. The tank has now been destroyed by this pack twice. It was a mistake. Let him learn from his mistake. Don't force him to keep fighting it. Look at behind where this trash pack is right now. It's like 5 casters. They're just raining spells from above. It kind of works out. It kind of works. I think it's partially because the trash is just so low danger for everybody else that they're able to just kind of keep it going. This is a pretty messy trash pack to fight one way or the other. So we're getting some casts going off, getting some channeling on people, and people are going down again. Up to 17 deaths now. Paladin gonna get 2 beam things on him again. Watch the debuffs. Here it comes. 2 beams on him right there. He's done. Yeah, toast. That guy's out. 3 of the hardest mob types in the area, partially due to these light spawns. So just gonna heal this chunk of pack up like so much. I mean, we can't really tell because of later, but yeah, they're gonna get healed up there as well. Eventually gonna die after all of that mess. So we now have 23 minutes. We're at 29% count. We pulled most of like the left side, the start and the left side. So that's good. On our way through the rest of the dungeon. Next up should be the mini boss. Except you already know how this is going to go, don't you? These like small mobs are actually really dangerous. Yeah, again, I don't know. Like it's not even really just Demon Hunter spells here. It's just kind of the mentality of the tank. This guy's now been pretty much one shot by every pack he's touched, and he's just going to leap in and he's dead. Like, I mean, I don't even think he uses a single spell. I really don't. And then he's gone. Totally gone out of the party. Watch it again. Let's try to see if he actually uses anything. We can see him just way out ahead of the pack. Healer's behind here. Okay, so he leaps in. So yeah, we saw the leap there, right? Yeah, there we go. That's probably all we needed to see after some of the stuff we've already looked at. Instantly be hit for an enormous amount of damage, down to 13% health. I don't know what this is. Is this cheat death that procs? There's like a thing that procs on the bar there. You're gonna see it. It's gonna be not there. There's like only the bloodlust, and then there's this green thing. I assume that's like cheat death or something like that. But he dies. It doesn't really matter what it is. It cheats him out of death for maybe 1 or 2 seconds. They aren't satisfied. They want blood, and they're gonna get it. And that guy is now gone. He is out of the party pretty much as fast as he got into the pack. So for their 20th death on the dungeon, we have also a lever. And this is really, really, really offensive on its own, because I don't know why you would do all that and then leave. Like, you could first of all still upgrade this key easily. I don't know. I'm not really sure why people are playing tanks, but I think we're gonna see a lot of this. I think this season is going to have a lot of it. Just a total disaster by the tank, really awkward, just kind of everything about the start just makes me like uncomfortable to watch it. And then dragging the trash all the way back after the tank just gets absolutely annihilated by it. It's so weird to see because we see it in a dungeon like Cinderbrew Meadery where the exit is like right next to where you're fighting the trash. But to run that all the way back to the start, that's kind of insane. I honestly think 2s are probably like just as hard as like maybe up to like 10 at this point. I don't know, where would that line be for you guys? But yeah, more evidence that tanks are just out there destroying these low keys, and honestly, I think you're gonna see it even more this season just because of Vengeance being the meta. Like, people are re-rolling into specs they probably never played before, and you're like, I have this gap closing spell. I'm gonna use this to close the gap between me and leaving the key. Keep submitting them. We got a long list of them already to get through, but I want to keep seeing them come in. Thank you for watching. We will see you guys in the next one.